Fortnite has just released their first teaser image for the Chapter 2 Season 7 live event. And in this teaser image, we have a ton of news about what is going to be coming in the live event, including a jetpack that we are going to be using, or a battery pack that is going to help us explode the mothership and actually allow us to complete the live event. So let's actually jump in to what this teaser image is actually telling us. Now, to start it off, there are a lot of different things that are different about this teaser image. There's a ton of information compact into this, so if you find any of this helpful, consider subscribing. Like, literally 3% of you guys are subscribed to the channel, so consider subscribing if this does end up helping you out. But sorry, with the plugging out of the way, let's actually get into what this teaser image means. And I have spent some time trying to figure out all of these Easter eggs, so I am going to give you guys the best synopsis of what actually this teaser image is. So let's actually get into it. I keep delaying, but let's start off with the far right side of the image. Now, over here, we actually have the main image in the teaser, and this is the battery pack that we are going to be using when we actually get abducted into the mothership. Now, a lot of people may be thinking right now that this is actually a jetpack, but I believe that it is not. Now, for those who don't know, we actually have seen this thing before, and it is in the original Operation Skyfire teaser image. Now, in this image, this thing is actually linked up to one of the bombs that is connected to the bottom of the Corny Complex Islands. And for those who don't know, these bombs are going to be how we're going to explode the mothership, meaning that they need some sort of power, some sort of activation signal to actually blow up and make sure that we're still not on the ship when they actually go off. So my guess is that during this live event, everyone is going to get one of these battery backpacks, and then this little circle that is right on the back of the Backbling will link up perfectly with the circles on the bombs, which will then allow them to detonate once actually triggered, therefore blowing up the mothership and defeating the last reality, which, for those who don't know, are the aliens that are currently invading the map. Now, obviously, this thing will be worn like a Backbling, very similar to a jetpack, but instead of being a jetpack, it's going to be a battery pack. Now, one quick thing that I did actually notice, which is really cool, is that this Backbling is actually related to one of the other Backblings that we have seen in the Battle Pass, and it's not just any Backbling. If we actually search up IO in here, you guys can see that the IO orchestrator looks actually quite similar to this battery pack. Now, there is a little bit of difference to it. Obviously, there's no circle in the middle that's actually huge, but there is still a smaller circle that we can see right here, the IO emblem, and this has kind of been a teaser towards the end of season live event where we're actually going to need this backpack with the circle activator to blow up the bombs. Now, of course, it's not a perfect replica because Fortnite can't just give us away what's going to be the end of season live event Backbling at the very beginning, but one thing that is also a bit of an Easter egg is that this Backbling looks eerily similar to the Vendetta Backbling back from season 9. Now, for those who don't know, Vendetta was a skin that got introduced all the way back in season 9 in the Battle Pass, and this skin actually had a Backbling called Retribution. Now, the interesting thing about this is not only that it looks very similar to the other Backbling that we're actually going to be using in the live event, but if we actually look at the definition of Retribution, it says punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. Now, for those who don't know, the aliens have been wronging Dr. Sloan as they have been trying to take over the island, and she thinks that they are going to go for a full-scale invasion very soon if we do not stop them. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a criminal act to me that the aliens are trying to pull off. So this is a really cool little Easter egg that Fortnite has added in, where the Backbling looks really similar to the Retribution Backbling, and therefore they were able to use the word Retribution, the name of the Backbling, to actually foreshadow what's going to be going on in the event, how we are going to be getting vengeance against these aliens and blowing up their mothership. So just a really cool little Easter egg there. Let's actually keep on moving through this teaser image. So now that we've got our battery pack out of the way, and now that you guys know it's not actually a jetpack, we're going to move on to the map in the middle of this teaser. And this looks extremely similar to the way that the IO Imposters map actually looks, but I don't believe this to be similar. I've tried to match it up to where this could be on the actual Imposters map, but I don't think that this is the Imposters map. The only way that this possibly could match up is if this is the science lab, and then on the right is the sleeping quarters, but I don't think that this actually matches up perfectly, because then it kind of falls apart because I have no clue what this area would be. So most likely this is just an entirely new section of the mothership, and as you guys can see here, this is basically this little wing of the mothership that we're actually going to be exploring. So that means that Dr. Sloan does actually have some of the blueprints for the mothership, and we actually know where we're going to be going, and we have a map of the layout of the inside of the mothership. Do not ask me how we know that stuff, but apparently we now have the blueprints to the mothership, and we know exactly where we want to go to place these bombs. Now, throughout this image, there are a lot of other random circles and lines, and some of you guys may be thinking that these actually mean something, but typically Fortnite does put in a lot of red herrings in their teaser images just to kind of throw people off. So honestly, I think that these lines are just basically symbols for writing, since they don't want to reveal exactly what they're trying to say to us. My guess is that these things are just like the little stat facts that only the IO can read. And then of course these circles, while they may mean something, it looks to me like they're actually more just here to kind of throw us off and make us a little bit confused. Now, the only way that I could actually see these things being something is if the circles at the bottom are somehow related to the mothership. Obviously, these things are circles and the mothership is a circle. I know that's kind of a stupid connection there, but hey, it is possible. Fortnite has done weirder things. Now, the final thing that we have in this teaser image is basically a rectangle with a lot of different squares all lighted up, and seemingly this may actually be a reference to the Imposters teaser image. Now, in that teaser image, we got a bunch of different screens with a bunch of different storm zones, and we were actually able to monitor all of them. Now, is the Last Reality actually monitoring all of our zones? Are they monitoring the loop to try and see and pinpoint exactly what the IO are and what's going on over here? Or is this just a red herring that Fortnite threw in here to try and throw us off? I don't know. It could be either of the two, but what we do know for certain is that we are going to be having a battery pack that will allow us to blow up these bombs inside the IO ship. We're going to get blueprints of the inside of the mothership. Actually, did I just say that we're going to get backpacks to blow up the IO ship? Sorry, guys. The mothership. I'm tripping over my words here just because I want to get all of these Easter eggs and all of this news out to you guys. But in total, those are all of the Easter eggs that we got through this teaser image and everything that we know so far about the Operation Skyfire event. So if you guys found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like on it and subscribing to the channel, as that would help me out a ton. Like I said earlier, barely 3% of you guys are subscribed, so consider hitting that subscribe button. It would help me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one.